Imagine for a moment, you're standing in the middle of a crowd. People walk by, busy, distracted, living their routines. And you? Do you feel like you're just existing, like a spectator in your own life? Have you ever wondered why some people seem born to conquer while others remain stuck in the same place? Is it luck? Is it talent? No. The difference is choice. A choice few have the courage to make. The choice to be extraordinary. The choice to be remembered. But don't be mistaken. This path is not easy. It demands more than strength, more than willpower. It requires you to face everything you've been avoiding until now. Your failures, your fears, your shadow. Are you ready to discover what it means to be that guy? From now on, every word, every decision you make can change everything. You're not here by chance. You're here because, deep down, you already know you can be more, that you can be better. The question is, are you willing to start this transformation now? Every day, without exception, you make choices. Some seem small, almost insignificant. Others carry the weight of the future. But there's one choice that defines who you are: to stay where you are, or to become who you've always known you could be. The choice to be more than average. But here's the secret few understand. Being that guy isn't about grand gestures or immediate achievements. It's about the small battles you win when no one is watching. It's about the strength you find when you're alone. It's about walking against the current, even when everything around you pushes you back. Everyone wants to be a hero, but few have the courage to face the shadows holding them back. Who will you be? A name lost in time, or someone the world can't forget? Inside you, there's a battle raging. Not between good and evil, but between who you are and who you're afraid to be. The shadow inside you is everything you hide from the world. The fears that paralyze you, the doubts that silence you, the failures you try to ignore. But here's the truth. Your shadow is not your enemy. It's the map that can lead you to your greatest potential. Because to be whole, you need to accept all parts of yourself, even the ones you fear. When you face your shadow, it loses its power to control you. When you stop running, you realize that what you've been avoiding was, in fact, the key to your strength. So, I ask you, do you have the courage to look in the mirror and face the truth? Not who you pretend to be for the world, but who you truly are when no one is watching. Pain. It's the enemy everyone tries to avoid, but the wise understand it's the greatest ally. Because it's in pain that you grow. It's when you fail, when you're knocked down, that you discover what you're truly made of. Every scar you carry is a story of survival, proof that you faced what many avoided. What separates the strong from the weak? The way they deal with pain. Some see it as an obstacle, others as a tool. Have you noticed that the hardest moments of your life are the ones that shape you the most? It's easy to smile on good days, but it's on the bad days that true character is formed. Embrace pain. Don't run from it, because it's what will make you someone no one can break. Do you want to be excellent? Do you want to be someone who leaves their mark on the world? Then prepare to pay the price. Excellence isn't free. It demands every minute, every drop of sweat, every sleepless night. And the question isn't if you can achieve it. The question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Because many start, but few finish. Many dream, but few work. And what separates the two is the willingness to sacrifice what's easy for what's hard. Are you willing to give up comfort to achieve greatness? Because, in the end, the price of mediocrity is far higher than the price of excellence. Now, It's your turn. Think about the last time you faced something that seemed impossible. What did you do? How did you overcome it? Share it in the comments. Is this reflection moving you? Then like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because together, we grow. And together, we can achieve something greater than any of us could on our own. We live in a theater. Every day, we put on masks to play roles we think are necessary. The perfect employee, the funny friend, the ideal partner. But who are we really behind those masks? And more importantly, how much longer are you willing to hide who you truly are? Society teaches us that vulnerability is weakness, that showing flaws is dangerous. But here's the truth. It takes courage to be authentic in a world obsessed with appearances. When you take off the masks, you don't become weak, you become free. Free to fail, to learn, to grow. Free to be yourself. It's scary, yes. You'll face stares, judgments, and even rejection. But the only acceptance that truly matters is your own. And when you accept yourself, you unlock a strength no mask can provide. Every great legacy begins with a single step. Not with a grand event, but with a quiet decision. Today, I will start. At first, the world won't notice. No one will applaud your first attempts. And that's okay, because what truly matters isn't how you start, but how you persevere. The beginning is where you define your intentions, where you decide that no matter how long it takes, you will keep going. Have you ever thought about the impact you want to leave on this world? What people will remember when they hear your name? What you do today, right now, plants the seeds of your future. You might not see the fruits immediately, but one day, they will come. Start small, but start. Because the world won't be the same once your legacy is complete. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not a movie scene with triumphant music. Discipline is waking up early when it's cold. It's saying no to distractions because you have something greater to achieve. It's choosing the hard path over the easy one. Discipline is the daily commitment to do the work, even when no one is watching, even when no one cares. It's the bridge between what you want and what you achieve. Without it, dreams are just empty wishes. And here's the best part. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's built day by day, choice by choice. Every morning you get up, even when you're tired. Every workout you push through, even when you don't feel like it. Every page you read, even when you'd rather watch TV. These small victories are what build giants. So I ask you, what will you do tomorrow? Will you wait for motivation? Or will you build your discipline? Mediocrity is comfortable. It doesn't require sacrifices. It doesn't ask you to face your fears. But comfort comes at a high price. Eternal dissatisfaction. It's waking up every day knowing you could have been more, done more, lived more. What do you prefer? The temporary pain of effort or the permanent weight of regret? Because regret is a debt that can never be repaid. It consumes your thoughts, your nights, your peace. But here's the good news. You don't have to settle for mediocrity. You can decide right now that you won't accept less than you deserve. That you'll fight, even when it's hard. Because effort hurts, but it also heals. It transforms. It frees. And in the end, it always rewards. Promises made to others can be broken, but the promises you make to yourself define who you are. When you promise to keep going, even when everything seems lost. When you promise to fight, even when you're exhausted. When you promise to never give up. This is the most powerful contract you can make, because it doesn't depend on anyone's approval. It can't be invalidated by external circumstances. It's between you and you. And keeping that contract is what separates those who try from those who succeed. So I ask you, what will you promise yourself today? What commitments are you willing to honor, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching? Write down your promises. Remember them every day. And never, ever break them. You've spent too much time planning, dreaming, waiting for the right moment. But the right moment never comes, because the only moment that matters is now. Acting isn't easy. It means making mistakes, failing, falling. But it also means learning, growing, winning. The people who achieve the impossible aren't the ones who waited for perfection. They're the ones who started with what they had, where they were. They knew the greatest mistake isn't failing, but never trying. So, what's holding you back? Fear? Doubt? Or simply the habit of waiting? Stop waiting. Start now. Because every second you lose is a second you'll never get back. Life is like the ocean, sometimes calm, sometimes chaotic. And when the waves knock you down, you have two choices: stay where you fell, or rise and face the next wave. Resilience is not a gift. It's a skill, a choice. It's built every time you decide to keep going, even when everything inside you says to stop. Being resilient doesn't mean being invincible. It means accepting that there will be hard days, but knowing you are stronger than any difficulty. Think about the storms you've faced. In each one, you thought it would be the end. But you survived. You learned. You grew. The question isn't if life will knock you down, because it will. The question is, will you get back up? Will you keep fighting? Because every time you rise, you prove to yourself that nothing can stop you. Transformation doesn't happen all at once. It's not a magical event. It's a process, a painful, exhausting, but deeply rewarding process. Every decision you make to not give up, every effort you make when no one is watching, is transforming you. Imagine a raw stone. No one notices it. But with each strike of the hammer, with each polish, it becomes closer to a rare gem. That's you. Every mistake you overcome, every fear you face, every sacrifice you make, all of it is shaping you into something extraordinary. And one day, when you look back, you'll see that the battles you thought would destroy you were, in fact, what made you stronger. You won't be the same person who started this journey. You'll be someone who conquered, not others, but yourself. In the end, true victory isn't found in medals, trophies, or applause. It's in knowing, deep in your soul, that you gave it everything you had, that you faced your fears, that you never gave up. The shadow inside you, the one that once seemed like an enemy, revealed itself to be your greatest guide. Because it's in the darkness that we find the light. The journey to becoming that guy has no shortcuts, no guarantees, but it offers something no other path does: the chance to become everything you were born to be. The world is full of spectators, but the protagonists are few. And you were made to be one of them. So I challenge you, start today. Not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Today. Because time never stops. And every second you hesitate is a second you'll never get back. Be brave. Be resilient. Be you. But above all, be that guy. If this video moved you, it's because deep down, you already know you can be more. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe to continue this journey. Together, we can build a legacy that will echo forever. The journey starts now.